So, a lot of you know the history, some of you don't. It's been a weird couple of years in my family. My wife Allison was diagnosed with MS not too long back. And anyways, we're just going to run through a little slideshow just to show the last 2 years. 2 years ago, November, she had a really bad MS attack that pretty much left her in bed all the time. And that led to a option, one of the last options was to have a stem cell bone marrow transplant, which meant leaving our home in Campbellford and going to Ottawa and living there for up to a year or longer. So within a few weeks, we found out that we'd been accepted to the program. They only do like 8 of these a year, and there she is the day she met Jack. We packed up and headed to Ottawa and left our daughter Cassidy at home, who was still in high school. She spent the last year living here, with friends and family taking care of her. But and Caitlin had just graduated. She was doing her first year in Peterborough, so she was moving too. And we, all this happened while we were getting ready to go to Ottawa. So that's the family there at one point. I think that's got all the dogs, everything. So this was sort of the beginning of the journey. So sit back and pour drinks, folks. The story goes on. Every morning, Cassidy used to have to straighten Mom's hair and get her bun ready for school, and Mom would sit on the stairs. And I took that one morning. I saw this every morning when the two of them went to school. Keep them moving there. And this next one is a weird one because this is Allison with a wig, which she inevitably ended off with after the chemotherapy and stuff. And so now I'm just going to take you through the trip. So this was the day that we went to the parlor to get her hair cut. That's how long her hair was. And just prior to that, keep going there, Caitlin. This was the day that she got accepted to the program. That was her book. Allison loved books. Her book on the bone marrow transplant. It was like 100 and some odd page thing of what to expect and what can go wrong and what it is and what the treatments are. And then she went to a special group for people undergoing chemotherapy and getting makeup tips and stuff for what's going on when you're looking sick. That was the day she got home from that one. And then the night of her first round of chemotherapy, she was stoned as fuck. She was so high for the chemotherapy. She was in on the bed. That was our bed in Ottawa, and she was talking with her hands, as she always does. And then where's that? So this is just getting more and more into the settling into Ottawa. She was working on her computer and getting everything ready for her procedure. And that's her. That when she crashed after the chemotherapy, she was on the couch for like 3 days like that. And then started with our trips to the Ottawa Hospital. Great place, absolutely amazing. The nurses and all the staff there were great. The parking lot staff I had some issues with, but that's just because I'm an arsehole more than anything else. Moving on. Yeah, there she is. What's she doing there? What's she doing? Oh, she's holding her hair, yes. That was after the chemo. One of the first times she called me in the bedroom and she was brushing her hair and there was a ball of hair. And that led to the next sort of few photos, is where she's losing her hair, but she's starting to eat again there. This was a few weeks into the process. And this is when we went to get her stem cells collected, which they did early on in the process. Basically, they take out a bunch of blood and then they pull the stem cells out of it. And they do that before the chemotherapy, before they use all this invasive stuff to kill Allison's immune system by going in and sort of killing off all the bone marrow. So for days, 70, 80 days, she didn't leave the bed at one point. And she was, they were doing, that's her the day she got her blood collected for the stem cells. Yeah, I know. And that was the blood that they froze. That was a long day. She was getting her blood taken out and that night, again, her hair started falling out more. And she was pretty good with it. We knew what to expect, so, it was a tough thing. And then this was after she had lost her hair. And then she discovered a few caps that were nice, and she started wearing those. But we had to go to the clinic. Now, just leave this one on for a sec here. In the next few shots are I'll go quickly through them because they're a little, you know what you're going to expect, but there's a period where things just look really weird, and it looks like what you kind of thought your worst nightmare was. And there's these things here where your hair has gotten so thin that you need to actually shave it off before it falls out from the root. But that was after she got her first shave, and she was happy with it. And then she got fitted for her wig the same day. The wig that she wore out for one lunch. I think I've got a picture of her with her wig on at lunch. That was just after. There we go. Yeah, we went out for sushi on Wellington in Ottawa, and she wore her wig. And then quickly after that, we were at this is just a couple photos of us hanging out in Ottawa with the girls before Mom started the really bad parts for treatment, which are about to start kicking in. Yeah, you can keep going through. We're gonna do this through the whole thing, and then I'm gonna play a song. So right after the chemo, this is a scary shot. This was one night at around 2 o'clock in the morning. Allison sort of collapsed, and I thought for sure she was having a stroke. Her eyes sort of rolled back, and she wasn't making sense. Anyways, the ambulance came. We pulled her out, and that was when she officially went into hospital and stayed in hospital at that point. We knew it was going to happen. It was just a matter of how long before she had to stay there. So the next bunch of photos are just her in her hospital bed, which she was, day after day after day. I was there with her all day, every day, and it was, we found things to do. Keep on going there. She kept a smile on her face, which was nice. And then she got out of the hospital stuff and got into her little pink and blue tops, which she quite liked. She had those for months and months as well. Moving on. Just more pictures of Mom. Oh, so after they've collected her stem cells and then done all this stuff to destroy her bone marrow and her immune system, they then reintroduce her stem cells. And this was the day they did that. I think there's a picture coming up. It looks like she's holding a bag of pea. Yeah, that's it. That's not a bag of pea. That's actually a frozen bag of her stem cells, which they then put back into her body in order to regrow the marrow, which would start for her immune system. And keep on there going, Caitlin. A couple days later, I got her outside. That was one of the last days she was outside in the summer. More hospital pics. So after everything, she got her stem cells put back in. They started getting her out and trying to get her to walk and stuff, and she was slowly learning to get her mobility back. That is Dr. Rush. That is the MS the MS specialist, the neurologist who runs the MS clinic. I think I could be labeling her wrong, but she's the guru. She's the one who helped us through it. That's Allison, and then we've got another one of Allison getting mad at me for taking pictures of her. And then we finally got her back home to Campbellford, which was really happy. She could have some food and hang out with the dogs. This would have been last year. I think our next photo is her and Dr. Atkins. Dr. Atkins is the hematologist who came up with, who was a partner of what came up with the whole project, this stem cell bone marrow thing as a use for MS patients. So he's a pretty smart guy, really neat, really cool guy actually. And there's Allison home with the dogs. We're getting close to the end here, folks, but there's a slight more bump where she's getting more and more excited. She's home. She's learning to walk again. Everything is going great. She's having dinner with the family. And then she breaks her hip. And that was last March. And we had to turn our living room into a hospital room. And that's where she's been ever since. That's where she is tonight. She's downstairs. Jack sleeps in the bed with her up by her head, but recently the cat has been taking over. There she is with the cat and both dogs, which is how she's most comfortable at night. Got her out to the pool this summer after she got her fancy new wheelchair. And that's her with her physiotherapist. The next one is her and Kartik, who's been her main PT guy. He's helping her learn how to stand right now. She can stand for 20 seconds at this point, which is really cool. You can see her hair is growing back. She's looking more like herself again. The cat has adapted her pillow, which is kind of weird. And then that was her first haircut just recently, a few months ago. And then this is her getting her new wheelchair, which she got a couple weeks back. And there she is with some family, her mom and her aunt, who came for a visit a while back. And there she is recently. That's her in her new bed. It's still the hospital room bed in the living room, but she's got Christmas sheets on it. And anybody who knows Allison will know how much having little Christmas sheets would make her happy right now. As she's getting all ready for Christmas. So that's been a little update on Allison. She is transferring from the bed to the wheelchair. You can see how much movement she has in her legs here. She can stand up from the bed with my help, And then she can get a few pivots in, and her right foot is moving good at coming back. Her left foot, not so much yet. And from there, she goes into her chair. Another day here, another step forward. Hope you're all well. Cheers.
I've seen the best and I've seen them all. That days and nothing more beautiful to see. You wring your hair and you drape your clothes. Sunlight, your silhouette shape exposed. It's clear you're bringing out the best in me. Why you wanna waste your time with me? Why you wanna waste your time with me? Morning breaks, I haven't slept all night. Sunlight warms to your skin's delight. I'm dying just to sit here and watch you breathe. Pressed to your chest lies a mother's joy. Dreams, little dreams of a little boy. This feels like a luck I can't believe. Why you wanna waste your time with me? Why you wanna waste your time with me?
See how slow it is?
Excuse me.
Sorry. How are you doing?
Good.
Look at Mom getting in the car. Now she'll start to spin.
And now I'm going to slowly start to turn.
You have enough hard drive space for all this video? Takes a long time.
Ooh, fancy.
There we go, now it's turning.
It's like a ride at Disney.
Exactly. Very slow ride at Disney. Look, she's almost in. How exciting. There we go.
Why you wanna waste your time with me? Why you wanna waste your time with me? Now the years have passed and they've grown and gone, and all I can do is sing this song in a voice that cracks in a melody carefree. On the porch we sit as the sun fades.
This is a light switch. Turns on the light behind the door. And oh, look at that. Nice pocket door, easy to open. Got a full workstation over here with grab bars and level floor, which is beautiful. Allison's shower chair. Another expensive piece of medical equipment, fun. Some outdoor flowers to look in through. Nice little angled vanity so that her wheelchair can get in and around it. She can come and brush her teeth and stuff in the morning. And of course, a little sort of set of shelves that she has decorated with. I'm not allowed to use the shelves, of course, because I might break the perfect sort of little thing there. I am allowed to use my toothbrush. That's about it. And I can shower over there. Pretty neat, eh? So she's got space to do what she needs to do in here. Pretty happy with it. So from the furthest corner, here it is. Look at that. Beautiful.
Why you wanna waste your time with me? Why you wanna waste your time with me? Morning breaks, I haven't slept all night.
Oh, it's so smooth.
Yeah.
So smooth. Totally different than my other chair.
So the power chairs are getting better, and now this chair
Look at
is
this.
front and back independent suspension. So going over bumps and little knolls, you just hear the kind of the compression, like hiss of the shocks, but you don't really feel the bumps too much anymore.
So I could go a little faster.
Oh no.
Well, no, like I'm realizing how easy, like how nice this is to.
Mm-hmm. So I'm assuming it's just like your travel buggies, fluid, smooth motions. It doesn't like going like front to back a lot. It takes about a couple milliseconds to figure out your commands and prompts.
Let's see the back.
weight back.
Okay.
That way you don't have to push with your hands
Look
and
how
feet.
easy it is going over that, Ken.
I'm just watching, waiting for you to go through the wall or something.
Look at that.
That's pretty awesome.
So I go backwards, going out, or go forward?
No, go forward.
Don't go forward?
Go forward, yeah.
Really? Okay, now I do feel pressure. Okay, so I'm gonna go slow.
So put yourself in a bit of tilt first. Probably fine the way you are. Just don't push as hard. So the big thing you're gonna notice when you go over the transition, you're gonna want to settle forward. So that's where just push with your feet and then hold with this hand against here just to keep your body weight back.
Okay.
It's gonna feel unsettling, but you won't go anywhere. And then as you come through the transition, just try to square up the chair so that it kind of drops at once.
Is that good? Yep. Does that seem square to everybody?
Yeah.
Close to.
And then just try to ease it over the transition.
Okay.
There you go, you're on the ring. So when in doubt, let go of the joystick, the chair will hold position.
Okay. So just go slowly down. Yeah. Fine, no problem. It's gonna take me time.
So it's a pretty acute angle.
Wow.
The only time the chair would slip on an angle like that is if it was wet grass.
Right.
That's it. Or maybe loose gravel.
Sun goes down over Wichita Falls.
I thought I would share the books because they're so pretty, and Kim and Charmaine did a wonderful job putting them together for me, and they even put a nice cardstock at the back so it's easy for the ladies to use. So here I have my new beginnings, my blooming love for flowers, and then my year in review was so large that I had to divide it into an autumn one and a Christmas one. But look how beautiful they look when they're all together. Okay, there's your special treat.
Morning breaks, I haven't slept all night. Sunlight warms to your skin's delight. I'm dying just to sit here and watch you breathe. Pressed to your chest lies a mother's joy. Dreams, little dreams of a little boy. This feels like a luck I can't believe. Why you wanna waste your time with me?
Thank you.
There you go.
Ken is my husband. He's the love of my life, and he's also my primary caregiver.
1, 2, 3. There you go. She's just one of my favorite people on the planet.
Before my diagnosis, I was a kindergarten teacher. Like, I'm a storyteller through and through.
I remember the day that the doctor said, this is definitely MS. My first thought was that if you get MS, you're put in a wheelchair and that's the end of your life. And it was terrifying to me. Ready?
Yeah.
2, 3. Watching my wife cry regularly and being in pain regularly, those are the hardest things. The emotional toll is much harder than the physical toll.
The TELUS Tech for Good program was life-changing for me because it gave me the tools to take photo, to be able to share, and to be part of society. Before the program, I was having a lot of trouble physically using technology. Tech for Good taught me voice control and assistive touch. New paragraph.
The joy that she gets out of creating and writing effortlessly is fantastic. I saw her excitement light up again.
TELUS Tech for Good really gave me a sense of purpose and a voice.
It's great to see TELUS doing this. Just having somebody say, I know how to help, is huge.